ancient land where gods walk among men. A living, breathing, high fantasy world that we want to put into your hands. But we cannot do this alone. In order to bring you back to what tabletop is about, combat, exploration, adventure, we need your help to bring it to life. By supporting us on Patreon, you can support this project and the cast of Moonskull, with our promise that we will answer to the only people that matter. You. Legend Seeker, your legend starts here. Forge your path. Shape your destiny.
Hello, human beings. I am Frost, and I am literally out of a meeting and trying to load up programs as quickly as I possibly can so I can get started on time here, because I hate being late. But I'm going to do some lore for the Legend Seeker setting, the RPG that Erudia is making. You can see the symbol up there. I have a very happy but also annoyed cat on my lap because I had to move. Happy to be on my lap. Totally annoyed that I moved. Dug his claws into my leg to hold on for dear life as I swiveled. Oh no. All right, got that set, I've got to bring the map up so we have a reference point here. If it loads, okay, should be loading, maybe. I also am going to have to go get myself a coffee. Let's see, let's open the right map. I know, shame on me for moving. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Calvino? Bino? Mr. Mino? Can't think of any other O sound things. Chiefy Beefy? No? He just looked at me and went, he did not like that one. Okay, never mind. No Chiefy Beefy. You are a svelte young cat, buddy. 22 pounds of speltness. Felt. All right. So, question I have for myself is, should I go down to where I was there, or should I go get my coffee now? Do I get my coffee now and make Calvino move once? Or let him stay here and then move him a little later? What do you think, sir? Coffee now? Oh, thank you. He didn't say anything or move, so I'm going to get coffee now. He's going to be so annoyed when I get up. And yeah, I'm wearing shorts. You're going to get to see me in my red shorts. So there. Ah. Oh, buddy. You are a spelt heavy young cat. Spelt and heavy and young. All right. See, everybody? Look how svelte he is. He's not at all melted and stretching. Oh, he's just he's going to go to sleep in my arms. Don't do that. Go to sleep in the chair. All right, you've got chair. Chair is yours. You blend into the chair quite well, sir. Oh, I need my coffee cup. All right, I'm going to make a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. And my leg is asleep. This is fun. Oh. Calvino, you put my leg to sleep, buddy. You have a big meow for everybody on stream? He says no, but I'll stare at you. I go check on the kitties on the back porch while my coffee brews here. I shall return. My leg gets blood back into it. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Let's see what's going on back here. One hot cup of coffee coming. Green. All right, Calvino, I got to move you again, sir. You all right with that? Hi, you okay with that? Yeah, you're not. You don't want me to move you, but you'll take it because you get to sit on my lap then. Your favorite place to be. Here we go, buddy. All right, you're going to lay... Which way are you laying here? Here, before you lay down, let me move one thing for you. Move one thing, so you'll be super comfy. All right, here we go. Move my leg here. There we go. Now you'll be super comfortable. And you won't be getting bonked by the edge of my headphones here. There we go. All right. Calvino takes over the stream. He has sardine breath right now, by the way. All the cats got treats today because it's been so hot. I gave them extra water. I put ice in their little pool outside. So I have a little dog pool out there for them, a heavy-sided thing with a couple inches of water. Has a little floating platform that moves around. It's got solar panels on it. It just shoots water in the air, so it kind of keeps the water aerated. But I threw ice in there for them. But I also got them chicken livers, chopped those up so they got them, and some sardines. He enjoys sardines. He only gets one, though, because he'll eat the entire tin himself if I don't. But he definitely has sardine breath right now. So, yay! All right. Let's shift gears immediately from an entire day of game design to in the mind of game design. Wait. Totally different type of game design. Role-playing game. Hi, what? What do you need, sir? You just want all the pets today. My goodness, you are just so needy today. Yes, I'm giving you scritchy scratchies on your chin. If you can see him right now, he's just got his head up like this, and he's just allowing me to massage his jowls. So nice of him. Thank you, sir, for letting me do that. All right. Anyway, game design. I am working on lore. We've gotten through most... actually, we may have gotten through the entirety of... Oh, yeah, I did some later. We got through the entirety of Kiru. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I definitely, I just need to get, I responded back in there. I'm going to have to get some ginger ale. I don't have any ginger ale right now. All I have is Coke, and I don't think beef broth Coke and lemon or whatever it was would go together. Ginger ale would be better. Hey, bud. All right, so we got down to this, and Alu, Bashmu, and Rabisu. All right, so what I do need to do now, though, is I need to write up some more info on the, what do you need, buddy? The war wives. Bruch. I say bruch, and he goes, it's a fire giant chieftain. It's not me talking to you, buddy. All right. 3 or 4 2-liter bottles of it. You okay there, buddy? You sneezing, or are you gonna throw up on me? Where are we going with this? Convulsions. Okay, well, he's calmed down again. Hopefully it was a hairball. Flew to Chicago, and boy, are my arms tired. Hello, Feline. Hello, Cajun Corey. Hello, Chrysanth. Who else we got in here, by the way? I didn't say hello to everybody. That's who we got. Well, that's who said hello. All right. By the way, you guys are lacking in your comments and bennies, or comments and likes, because I haven't gotten enough bennies. I'm going to die during this lore stream. I'm going to get raked over the coals by these monsters. Dang, you guys. I don't have a wheel to spin, though, so probably good. Right. Okay, so she commands his first legion. What else are we going to say about her? Are you going to sneeze at me? You okay? Do you need to go lay on the couch or something? You be all right? Okay. Well, you stay here if you need to, but if you're going to start like snortling and sneezing and maybe coughing up a hairball, you go find another place. I don't want that on my lap. Is most aligned with his You all right, buddy? I have a feeling he's just going to throw up on me. I'll use her name. You all right, bud? I have a feeling you're going to need to. I have a feeling you're going to need to floof a bunch of stuff out of your throat all of a sudden. It's going to go all over me and my keyboard, isn't it? Yeah. Here, let's do this. He's got the. Here we go, bud. Why don't you go down there? There you go. Go work that out. Literally, please. There's water over there. If you want to you got a little bit of sardine in your throat? All right, good luck, bub. Good luck. You can do it. You can do it. You good now? Meow. What? What do you need? I might have to go see if he wants something. You need to, do you want to go outside or what would you like? Okay, he's trying to lead me somewhere. All right, let's go see what he wants. What? What are we doing? We going on an adventure? All right, let's go on an adventure. Where are we going? You gotta lead me. No, you can't have the chair back. It's not supposed to be a ploy to steal my chair. Where are we going? Come on, bud. You're supposed to be leading me. You started this. I can get you. You need something else? Doing the one of the tricks I know that works if he has a hairball is give him some wet food and he will eat it. And then approximately 10 minutes later, he'll go, blah. It'll be great. It'll be perfect. It'll be the best. Just hope that I can get him either to go outside or that he's not on my couch when he goes, blah. All right, so Pyrrha, or Pyra, chief amongst the war wives of Brock is Pyra, the flame-haired battle maiden who commands his first legion. Of all his war wives, Pyrrha is most aligned with the labor Zareth has given their lord. The rest are more occupied with their own pursuits and gaining power to be fully devoted to it. Let's see. What did I call this? All right, well, if Canada does lead your legion well, they're mainly charged with guarding your strongholds rather than battlefield side. Okay, there we go. 20% of female flyers are dressed inappropriately. Oh, I don't need to see every crevice of your fingers. Well, at least it's only 20%. Oh, I hear a meow. All right, I gotta go check him. Hopefully this is the last time I have to check him. All right over there, bub? You need to go out? Yeah. Seems okay, but I think he's staying in. I don't think he wants to go outside right now. With the storm as it is. All right, so Bridget, what do we get from somebody named Bridget? Let's see. We'll say you back? Are you okay? How you doing? You good? You gonna come back up now and not be horking? What do you think? You can sit there if you want. I can move my feet. I just need you to choose a spot so I can actually get back to writing. You coming up onto the desk? Okay, come on. I will put you on my lap. Hi. Everyone, say hello to Calvino. Or at least part of Calvino. It's the part of Calvino. Put your head up here. Nobody can see you if you're down there. Come here. Calvino, up here. Up here. See? There you are. You're so hard to see when you're that close to the camera. All right. You're going to sit on my lap now? You're going to be good? All right. Cat butt. Is that where you're laying? You're doing the hiccupy thing again. Maybe this is his revenge for me having hiccups earlier. He's like, oh yeah, you're going to have hiccups and scare the heck out of us? I'm going to have hiccups and scare the heck out of you. Back again. Can I come and hork? Hork! Calvino. Back again. Yes, I have to keep going out and back and out and back because Calvino's going. Hur. More than 20% of females dressed inappropriately in general. You should see the grocery store. Hey, I have a lot of very odd people in my town in the grocery store. Some of the things I've seen, I saw a lady in a onesie, one of those kind of unicorny onesies, walking around, you know, arms resting on the what do you call it, the shopping cart, and she just kind of lazily, like the hood thing was down, just like browsing the aisles, just kind of leaning on her cart. I'm like, Saw a lady the other day, and I think they were like latex yoga pants. She had like half her head shaved, you know, the weird blue whatever, these pants, and just wandering around buying whatever. It's usually at the grocery store too. Saw a dude with what I thought were dreadlocks. I'm like, wow, those are impressive. And I realized it was like just the tassels on this hoodie thing he was wearing. I was like, okay, I don't know what that's all about. Just crazy. Crazy, man. Saw a lady one day who looked like she was going to a ball. She had like a fake fur, I'm assuming it was fake fur, stole on, and, you know, nice dress, high heels, all that stuff, walking around the grocery store. I was like, maid's day off. Very weird. But yeah, 90% of the people who walk around don't wear things that weird. They're just like, maybe you should put on some outside clothes when you go out today. All right. Okay, I'm not going to put a nickname in here. I'm just going to do this. Okay, that I don't need to say or not again. Listen whenever she can, whether or not the timing is appropriate. Okay. Did I close my other window here accidentally? I didn't mean to. If I did. Oh, no, there it is. It's just hiding over here. I put a post up today, and I'm getting lots and lots of notifications, because I said almost everything I've seen recently when people are querying, you okay, buddy, is or not querying, but I've seen tons of women posting on X like, I got a book deal, I got an agent, I got a manuscript offer, you know, they wanted to look at my manuscript and they got an offer to read it, and almost every single one of them I've seen is a woman. And I was like, oh. So I just asked the question. I said, is it because men aren't querying? Is it because men aren't being chosen? Or is it because men just don't post that when they do it? I was just curious. And I got a lot of comments, let's just say. Yeah, like some of these people are like, I've queried, you know, hundreds of agents about 4 or 5 different novels. No interest. Maybe I'm not a good writer, but I read modern bestsellers and they're appallingly bad. Yeah. One person said, interesting. You know, come to think of it, I don't know many male authors who didn't just self-publish. No, they know more women who are in the query trenches. So that's another thing I could have put on there. I could have put that question on there. It's like, do men just not query? Do they just go self-publish right away? So I'm kind of learning. Pretty interesting. This one guy said general 60 to 65% of all readers are women. I was like, okay. So it makes sense to me that most novelists are women too. And I'm like, those two don't actually relate a whole lot. Let's see. What are you saying? Get a lot of old people at a store near me. Whee! Every June, there's a motorcycle rally party thing too far. There's women who shouldn't be naked in public. Well, Calvino, don't jump on my desk and do that, please. No, you're going to hit my... If you're going to go over there, go over there. My goodness. Jumping onto my desk and my roadcaster to go... There, you've got a whole... I've got this beautiful concrete floor and this wonderful workout mat right below us. And that thing is easily cleaned because it's meant to absorb nothing, even sweat pools on it. So you should be fine. I can clean it off. Anyway, I was reading comments. Worst part of my travels is the wasted time. Female sexual fantasy smut? No. TJ's at the freaking airport after 8 years old should be banned. Well, that's the beauty of freedom of expression. You can do whatever you want as long as you're mostly wearing clothes. So the farmer's market that I go to on the weekends, during June, they have this thing where people will just, I don't know why, they will just show up and do this huge bike ride nude around the Capitol Square. It is disgusting. And there are kids everywhere, which makes it even more disgusting. But they're completely allowed to do it because it's part of an organized event. So that's fun. Yeah, enjoy, buddy. You can stay down there and relax or whatever you want. I can let you outside, but you're not going to like it because, oh my gosh, he's being inconsolable. What do you need, buddy? What do you need? We have to make a choice here. What's your choice? You want to go over there? Or you're going to come up on my lap? Come on, my lap. Come on up. Come. Okay, bud. If you're going to be up here, you're going to have to stay on my lap, resting. Okay, you can't be walking across my keyboard, working on my roadcaster. I know the cats upstairs are really loud right now because the thunderstorm is making them like all wild, but anyway. Cats will never yak on the concrete. They always go over the worst place to barf. Yep. Oh yeah, the whole riding around there, around the Capitol Square is just disgusting. Order groceries online. I do. And occasionally I'll still get some weirdos. I don't know who that, somebody said something to someone, but I don't know what they're saying it to. I don't know. Somebody responded to something about something. Anyway, so they're not even doing anything too bad up there. They're just running around in circles. And I think he's feeling that kind of itchiness too. The atmosphere must be really charged right now because of the storm, like totally barometric pressure changing and stuff, because they're all like, okay, buddy. Just go ahead. Go close your eyes. Go to sleep. Go to sleep, bud. Sleep, sleep, sleep. All right, anyway, we're back to Bridget. The strongest, most physically impressive of Brock's war wives. She only serves because he bested her in combat. She tests him whenever he can, whether or not the timing is appropriate. All right, Kenna. What is Kenna good? Oops. I've got to type weirdly because he decided to lay his head right where my arm goes across the keyboard. So I have to do this. I got to type like this now. Thanks, bud. Yeah, keyboard's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. Now I gotta rewrite the sentence to make sense. All right. He's never insisted on anything other than professional service. Ah, that's why. Okay, this will make the sentence way better. This isn't anything other. Don't mind the elderly dressing poorly unless it's an old dude dressed like a lady. Unfortunately, young women, mostly the college and 30s, doing their girl trips at the detention stuff. Yeah. Not good stuff. Oh, by the way, I don't think I'm supposed to be getting any tornado warnings or anything, but let's see. But I'm gonna check really quickly because if I do get one, I will probably. Alina, are you okay? You just you're twitchy. You seem fine. He's just like. All right, let's see. 17 weather alerts. All right, severe thunderstorm. Okay, this many lines, 60 to 65-mile-an-hour gusts of wind. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Hazard. Okay, that could be up to 70 to 80-mile-an-hour winds at the worst part of it. All right, so right now, they're not projecting anything, but if I hear the sirens go off, I'll probably hop offline and go hang out in the little shelter. But right now, it sounds like it's just going to be a messy storm. That said, if I suddenly blip out of existence for you, probably because the power went out. Right, buddy? You okay? Hi. What? Yes, I know. I know you want to be, you don't want to be snuggled or something, but I can't. I'm writing. I can't hug you like a little baby kitten right now. I can't. Oh yeah, we get crazy storms. This is the joy and the excitement of living where I do. We get anything from tornadoes and 105-degree weather in the summers and the fall to negative 60 below with 60, 70, 80-mile-an-hour winds in the winter and blizzards. We get all of it. All right, I'm going to slide back just a slight bit. There we go. Get yourself comfy, bud. Okay. Hmm. He's gotten himself comfortable in exactly the wrong position again. Wow, that was a very loud thunderclap. Just get mild versions of everything. If it's tornado, it's tiny ones. Earthquake, wee little. Ah, well, that's nice. I mean, we have the lake effect and things in certain parts of the state and the area around here. So it mitigates some things, but not always. That tornado targeted that old lady, too. I think the mafia sent it. Okay. Ignitia. A house landed on her. Ba-ba. Nice. What? What was that? It was just a little of happiness. He's laying his head on my desk now. He's just curled up like the happiest little cat. I hope that you making me uncomfortable is perfect for you, buddy, because it really sucks for me. Makes it really hard for me to do my job. Yeah, I know. They're crazy up there. All right, so this area of what I'm writing here could totally be turned into one of those women's romantasy books. Because I'm writing about Brock and his 7 war wives. They're the leaders of his legions as well as his concubines. I've read about, or I've talked about them before, but I'm putting descriptions on the ladies now. Because the depths of this fortress, there are rifts here to the underside where the undergods are trying to push through. And Xerath has basically said, no, you build a fortress here. You were one of my fire giant lords. Build a fortress here. Gather your war wives. Guard it. Fight them back. Do not let them through. Now, the dwarves and of Zintor, the Kyrians, and anyone else in the area, they don't know that. They just are like, hey, a little while ago, this fire giant set up a couple of fortresses in this mountain pass. We are uncomfortable with this, but they haven't attacked him yet, and he hasn't attacked them because, unknown to them, he's not charged with causing chaos. He's actually trying to stem the flood of something. So he's a really powerful fire giant warlord who's been told to do something that's slightly against his nature. But we'll go through these. Pyrrha, the chief amongst the war wives of Brock, is Pyrrha, the flame-haired battle maiden who commands his first legion. Of all the war wives, Pyrrha is the most aligned with the labor Xerath has given their lord. The rest are more occupied with their own pursuits and gaining favor to be fully devoted to it. Eithne is and I think I'm pronouncing that wrong. It's let's see if I can find a pronunciation. Do they give me a pronunciation here? How about here? Because it's like I think it's an Irish name. Nope. Okay, I can't even use that site because they want to add, want to put ads. I'm like, no, for you. Let's see what happens here. Wow, these people are all horrible at pronunciation because all those voices sounded like they are from India in English. That doesn't sound right. I think it's Eithna. Eithna. That is not it. Let's try this once. Let's try this one. No ads. Yeah, no ads and cats. 2 things that make my life uncomfortable. I guess it's pronounced Anne. Like Annie. Eine. Okay. We'll go with it. We're gonna go with that pronunciation. Bam. All right. Heine is a passionate giantess more interested in Brock for her own pleasure than she is for any other reason. While she can and does lead her legion well, they're mainly charged with guarding his stronghold rather than on the battlefields or in the underside. Brigid, the strongest and most physically impressive of Brock's war wives. Let's see, comma. She only serves because he bested her in combat. She tests him whenever she can, whether or not the timing is appropriate. So she's kind of his Kato, just coming at him and attacking him whenever. A champion of Zirath who strayed from his teachings, Kenna is serving her penance as one of Brock's war wives. Brock has never insisted on anything other than professional service from Kenna, which has endeared him to her. Ogania is an adaptable warrior who commands a pack of loyal firehounds that she utilizes both as scouts and shock troops. Her forces patrol the mountains around Brock's for errant tears that might open to the underside. Ignatia, the only witch amongst Brock's war wives, Ignatia is distrusted by the others for her occult knowledge and leanings. Brock values her wisdom and cutting intellect, regardless of the fact that it often targets him. Cat ads are a killer. No cat ads. Valentina is the chief cleric of Zirath in his entourage, tasked with keeping her lord hale, healthy, and satisfied. Brock's only complaint with Valentina is her insatiable desire that taxes even his limits. Don't, most guys probably don't think about that when they have a fire giant harem in mind. They're like, oh, good. Well, guess what? You get Valentina. Ba-ba. All right, I got to look at something here quickly. It's never been built. Got a tight place. Such a moron sitting here like this. We'll see. I think she would. Do. Making sure it's kept clear of. Denizens of the underside. Okay. That's hopefully. Yeah, is it saved? I think we're saved. All right. Buddy, is that a comfortable way to sleep? He's sleeping with his head against the desk, but it's like this. He seems to like it. You guys saw that, but my power went. Boop. Seems to be okay though. All right, we're going to move that down. That's a different section, so we'll leave that there. Ancient basalt temple fortress of Zirath, soon after felled near the God Killer Warren, has never been rebuilt. Yannia and her hounds patrol it often, making sure it is kept clear of squatters and or denizens of the underside. There we go. Okay, in the south of Kiru, we're on to the next section here. The predominant industry is the making of dyes. Craftsmen have discovered methods for extracting some of the most brilliant colors from nature. Their services and goods are in high demand all across the Godlands. Okay. Deep yellows, fiery reds, cool blues, royal purples. These dyes fade slowly or in. Why do I have a dash in there? Killing me, dude. You're killing me, Smalls. There. Maybe that's going to be comfortable for me. I'm going to get rid of that dash. I don't know why I put a dash between those words. Let's see. Silks. In the east, all along the coast, most of the villages have at least a portion of their workforce dedicated to producing silk, both from traditional silkworms and the much more dangerous coastal spiders. Erudia will love it. They harvest silk from spiders. Spider silk can only be harvested from the spider's egg sacs, not from the living creatures themselves, so driving them off while keeping them alive to lay more eggs is ideal, though dangerous. Oop. All right. So driving them off and keeping them alive. To lay more eggs is the ideal method, though dangerous. There we go. Reminds me of the spider goats. Spider goats. Spider goats. Well, how else are you going to get your spider milk stuff? Religion. In these last few years, few years of the Civil War, more and more outside influences have entered Kiru. Among them are missionaries from various temples across the Godlands, some of whom have found a foothold for their teachings in various warlord territories. It is still rare for the warriors of Kiru to embrace the worship of God, but amongst the everyday people, it is not unheard of. Yes, you have very sharp claws. I noticed. They're very sharp. Thank you for showing me. Do not dig them into my leg, please. A small temple of Orin has been established in the town of Rito, in the territory of Yaga, the Blue Heron, a young warlord in the southeast. He embraces the idea of knowing one's enemy through observation and wisdom, thus Orin's teachings intrigue him. He is paid for the construction of the shrine to the god of wisdom and regularly holds meetings with the priest there, a man named Ethelston. Simple shrines have sprung up in other territories erected by local craftsmen and citizens, but they see little traffic besides the small groups who put them in place. Some true Kiranese warriors deface such shrines when they come across them, believing that worship of the gods goes against their cultural virtues. All right, the Morning Rock. Buddy, are you going to calm down? Please. I know the storm is very troubling. Very troubling. You're driving me crazy, son. He's just like... All right, the Morning Rock. Off the coast of Onsen, is a rocky and desolate island where Kyrians since time immemorial have brought their honored dead to be left to the elements. I'm going to clarify that. What are we doing here, bud? What are we doing? You going to curl up like a little caterpillar in my lap again? That's what you're doing. You're doing the caterpillar curl. Okay. All right, snuggle in. Snuggle in, bud. Off the western coast of Kiru near Onsen is a rocky and desolate island where the Kyrians since time immemorial have brought their honored dead to be left to the elements. Winds batter the shores of the island, and there is little cover for the living to hide behind when the great winds scour its surface. Since Kyrians, as a rule, do not look to the gods for guidance, they let nature take care of their dead, stripping their bones of flesh, returning them to the elements. This in turn assures that Kira has a lower than normal population of undead plaguing them. Those who have passed on are routinely cremated, if not brought to the Morning Rock. All right, the lands of Kiru is the government. Lands of Kiru are ruled over by warlords, each clan having their own lands and borders to contend with. Despite this, they consider themselves one people, and each clan contributes warriors to partake in tours on the greater border for this defense, even while they are embroiled in the civil war. One warlord is tasked with the overall defense of the lands, a task which has traditionally fallen to the leader of the Bear clan, it being the largest and ostensibly most stable of the groups. Each clan has ancestral lands which they claim, the borders of which have changed over the centuries due not only to nature, but man-made conflicts and conquests. All right, hiccup, buddy. Those who are not of Kyrian descent cannot own land in Kiru, and any business they conduct must be sponsored by one of the clans. By taxing traders and those who wish to do business in Kiru, the warlords generate a great deal of income for their overall defense. Religion, while not outlawed, is treated with suspicion by most natives. They tolerate others practicing it, but generally, others practicing it, but generally do not allow houses of worship or shrines of the gods to be built except on very rare occasions. Sylvia, you're going to have to get used to it. They're running over everything upstairs because they're having fun. Arth Urum, as the major port that serves Kiru, is ruled over by a governor appointed by the other warlords. His task is to keep trade, news, and secrets flowing while helping maintain their way of living. All right, so boop, there we go. It's literally what they did. They put spider genes in goats, and when they were milked, the strainer, the milk went through, the silk was caught. Yeah. I read about it. I didn't like it. But also, because doing something like that means you've pioneered something, right? And you were part of this group that pioneered, which means you can do more papers. You can probably get, like you were saying, money for research grants and all that stuff. So it's more along the lines of, if you want money to do other research, or if you want to be famous as a scientist, why wouldn't you? Bump. This person says, I'm querying my debut novel over a year, not a single request. Anyone says, write a better book, I will gladly send it to you to judge yourself, especially if you're an agent. I'm going to like that guy's post. That was good. Let's see. Who is this? Is this a lady or a guy? I don't know. I had 3 agents approach me. I insulted them and told them to get effed and never come back. Now they don't bother me anymore. Okay. Oh, this guy is like, I'm a man querying like crazy. I'll gladly post it if I get an offer. All right, there you go. The nice thing is some of the people are women who are responding. They're like, heck yeah, these guys should be querying, do it. And the half are guys who are like, I gave up on it, it's stupid. This one guy said, LOL, you may have started a war with such a question. There are stats that would answer you, but yeah, I wouldn't post them. This guy said, I said F it in 2008. But she says she is I guess an adult human female. Some of them don't know if they're lady or guy, but I suppose that's possible. Wait, are we talking about writers, or are we talking about goats that spin silk? What are we talking about then? All right. Exactly. Hey, if I had that problem, that'd be great. I just get things like, we're not taking submissions from cis male authors at this time. Okay. Didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Common. All right. Where did I put in Scales, Elven Noble House, Lauren the Stargazer? Where is it? I thought I wrote down what the name of the Elven King was. Go find my notes. Let's go find it. I mean, not right now. I'm gonna go find it. I'm gonna put a note here. I'm gonna put our question mark here. We're going to mark this. Nope, that's not what I want. I'm gonna have to widen this a little bit, so it's gonna look a little weird. There we go. Highlight color. We're gonna go with yellow. It's all yellow, man. It's all yellow. The document said, okay, it just saved. Yay! All right. Just keeping an eye on the windows here. Because it's always fun when the trees are like going, and then they all of a sudden go. Let's stop. It's always a little concerning in tornado season, but I didn't hear a screaming Mimi of an alarm go off anywhere, so we're probably good. A true, my lobster is too buttery, my steak too juicy problem. Exactly. Remember the days when women wrote under pen names to get published? Well, I guess it's guy's turn, like Mark Twain. There you go. I'm going to totally pretend to be Mark Twain is what I got out of that. Let's submit everything as Mark Twain. Wait a minute. Maybe this is not a good idea. That was a nice loud thunder. I saw his ears, he's sleeping, and all of a sudden his ears go. Beep. What is on my phone? What does my phone beep say? It says you're gonna die. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't. Two messages. What are these? Yep. Oh, I have to answer a work message. Let me take off these headphones so I don't pull them out of the roadcaster like I tried to do earlier. Hi, Mr. Kitty Cat guy. You're going to rotate with me. Look, we're rotating to the side. Bump. Damn. All right. Hey, buddy. You are my bestest Calvino. You know that? Oh, he just started purring. It's always nice. Sometimes when I talk to him, any of the cats, and I think they realize that I'm being nice to them or saying something nice, because all of a sudden they'll just go. Like this morning or this afternoon, I should say, when I got the chicken livers, and I put a little piece of chicken liver in, the different bowls outside, and I put one down in front of Bacon, and he's like, okay, you petted me yesterday, and we were kind of friends. Back up. What is that? He ate the liver, and then he's like, comes over to me, walks past, his little tail goes whoop around my leg. And I started scratching him. He rolled over. I started playing with his belly, and then he crawled into my lap while I was sitting there licking his lips. And he laid upside down, and he's like, "You're my new best friend." I'm like, okay. And then he started purring. So that was fun. Frosty Peaks. Oh no, that's horrifying. It is so hard to type over him too. I have to just maneuver because otherwise my arm will come down. Literally, his cat ears are like this. If I try to type normally, he's like with his ears on either side of my arm. I'm like, dang it. So sometimes what I'll do is I will rotate. Luckily, I have like one of those big mechs. I can rotate my torso and still do stuff. I mean, I'm sure it's good for my back, right? Keeping your back rotated. Chicken livers would buy my friendships. Just walk up, ring the doorbell, whack. See you later. Man, did they love those things, though. Oh my gosh. They were so happy. And then later, when I went back upstairs, my one cat, Tater, because he looked like a baked potato when he was a little baby kitten. He doesn't look like it anymore, but he has the color of a baked potato, kind of. He has such a mournful little meow. I came upstairs, and he just looks at me and goes, I'm like, what, buddy? He's like, I'm like, I'm not going to give you more. I don't have any more chicken livers. I'm petting him, and he's like, I felt so bad. Like, buddy, okay. He'll lay his ears down like he's so like, oh, what was me? And he's still fine. All right. I thought, let's do this. I'm going to go back up to here. I'm going to have to go through a lot here. Like a lot. Find where faith and religion. No. Artifacts and factions and peoples. This is what I need. All right, let's get down here. We've got to find Solinar because I could have sworn I put the Elf King's name in here. New best friend. Oh my god, perfect. Wait a minute, who's your old best friend? I'm guessing it wasn't me, sad face. Did you ever throw chicken livers at her? Or bring them to her? No, I would not recommend bringing her raw chicken livers, especially like at a convention. That might be just seen as kind of like, I don't know, serial killer type behavior. But getting her some fried chicken livers, if you can find them somewhere, then it would probably work out. I'm just saying. All right, the dress, the traditions, myths and legends. Let's get attention, martial readiness, views on magic. Elves. Okay, so we don't have. Yeah, I've got to work a little bit on the mentality of the elves because I don't want them to be the generic. Interesting. I don't want them to be the generic elves that are like, oh, time. What is time? I want to give them a little bit of a stab in the emotions there. Because they were at war with the dragons for a long time because they were the second born and the dragons were firstborn. And they do not like each other a whole lot. So I want there to be, if you find elven weapons, 90% of the time, it was made to kill dragons. Okay, that's Ogden the Black Spear. How did I get up into Ogden the Black Spear? How did I get to that section? All right. I'm going to mention something here in Myths and Legends. We'll put it in this section. Oops. Let's see, wielded. I just had a good thought for something. All right, so what I'm writing down is the great majority of elven weapons ever made were enchanted to deal with dragons and their kin. One of the great blades wielded during the War of Scales was unmade. One of the great blades wielded during the War of Scales was unmade at the conclusion of the war. Let's say conflict. As a gesture of goodwill to the dragons, angering a great deal of or number of elves who saw such an act as a surrender. So they never liked each other. They never will. They have a very strange peace with a few dragons. But it's not normal for them. I don't like them. Fried Muppet liver. Interesting. What if I bring her Erudia's destroyed liver? Thought it was your best friend fruit puns. Actually can't cook them, but my dad makes them really yummy. Nice. Mostly because I don't really deep fry much in general. Ah, there you go. Fried Muppet liver, probably not going to be good. Not going to be good felt. Honestly, I've never liked liver. It was mainly beef liver, if I understand what they were trying to feed me. Yeah, often what you had was beef liver. Chicken livers are, small. They're like maybe that big across. So this depends on the size of the chicken. Sometimes you get a much larger. Yeah, I never enjoyed beef or chicken livers when I was a kid because you used to be able to get them all the time in the bars. That and clams along the Mississippi. You could get fried chicken livers and clams in a lot of bars, plus pickled eggs and stuff like that. And we got some, and I tried one, and it was still kind of like that proteiny red blood inside. And I was just, as a kid, I was like, what did I just eat a bite of? And I did not like it. Same thing with Rocky Mountain oysters. I was like, because they told me it was a breaded mushroom, and I love mushrooms. And I ate it, and I'm like, this is weird. It has a grainy kind of taste, like meaty taste or whatever. And they're like, is it good? I'm like, no, I don't like it. Like, oh, well, that's a fried bull testicles. Thanks, guys. But I still love deep fried mushrooms, so I can eat them. At least they're not lamb fries. Liver King! One time I had a tub of chicken livers, got a heart mix in there. that was an extra treat. My brother absolutely loves chicken, turkey hearts, all that stuff. He absolutely loved it when we got a deer once when we were kids, the one that was dying in a stream from some hunters that were poaching. We found it, told the DNR, they found it, found her and said, yeah, she's not going to make it. She's just laying in the stream bleeding out. So he killed it, brought it back to our house and said, here, you guys have a free deer. So my brother was excited because he's like, oh, it's got a huge heart. They got the heart out and he was like, so yeah, they cooked the whole thing and he loved it. But we raised chickens too, so we always had free deer. Exactly, yeah. When I was like 10, we heard some popping noises, and these guys, we came down to the trout stream where we saw these guys driving off. We're like, why'd that guy have like a soda bottle on his the end of his gun? Turns out they had kind of like muffled their guns with big bottles to kind of hide the sound. And because they had like, it was like bleach jugs or something like that, stuff with jug or rags. They were shooting at deer, and there was this deer just sitting in the water. He was just looking at us. We're like, the heck? We wandered over. We're like, she's just gonna let us touch her. We petted her, and she's just like hanging out. And then we were like, oh, it's a lot of blood coming out of her. That's when we went back to the house and called DNR and came back down, and she's still just sitting there. And the guy's like, yeah, she's not gonna make it. So he just said, well, I'm pretty sure you guys didn't do this. I can see where they were shooting from the road. He's like, I'm pretty sure I knew who it is too. So he killed it, brought it back up in his truck, and we strung it up the tree and processed the deer. Whee! Free deer good. Get giblets at Thanksgiving. Yeah, my brother does that. He makes them. He and my mom would always eat them. And they were always like the two that loved them. They used to my mom used to put them in the dressing until we were always just like, could you please not put them in the dressing? So then she would make a pan of dressing on the side that had the giblets, and we'd be like, the small pan's the giblets, right? And then she stopped putting them in there altogether. And then after she died, my brother is the only one who eats the giblets. So he makes all of them and he eats them all himself. I'm like, oh, enjoy. Puts a lot of rosemary and butter and stuff in them. It smells awesome. I just can't stand them. That's just me. What do I know? Oh, I gotta cut that out of there. Dragon Bane. I gotta look for something here. Yes, I'm typing all kinds of stuff while I'm thinking about all these stories, because that's what I do. I don't want to care about that. We'll say this. Dragon Scourge Blades. One of the great Dragon Scourge Blades, wielded during the War of Scales, was unmade at the conclusion of the conflict as a gesture of goodwill to the dragons, angering a great number of elves who saw such an act as surrender. All right, so save that. Free deer good. I've actually enjoyed gutting, skinning, and cutting up deer. It's a lot of work. You would gnaw the turkey neck. My great aunts, they would argue, or my grandma, they would argue about who got the turkey neck and the chicken necks. They were just like, no, it was your turn last time. I get it this time. And so, yeah. They would argument over it. I never saw the point. I didn't like it, but they all grew up during the Depression, so the Great Depression. So, oh, Snugglebutt. He is now with his head completely shoved down into my leg, just curled up like a caterpillar. We do dressing outside. Yeah. For those who still do traditional Thanksgiving stuffing in the bird, dressing fixed outside the bird. Yeah, for us it's outside the bird. We stopped doing the inside the bird probably in the late 80s, I think. Because it could just tend to dry the bird out often. So, and the stuffing and the bird and everything were much better off if we just stuffed the cavity with, like lemons and onions and other fragrant things and just lots of butter. You got her. Uh-oh. Oh, did bot go off suddenly? Ah, the bot made the move. We were waiting for it. All right. Is it comic really called Boyd's? Ow. Yeehaw. It's so nice. So nice. Having you guys do the things. History rich, but Bacon has now confirmed that you supply the treat. Soon the demands will be presented. Ah. All right. Good job, bot smashers. Haven't made a whole bird in probably 10 years. Last time I hosted Thanksgiving, I did a normal turkey, but I also did a sous vide turkey breast that was Cajun. It was, sealed in a bag, put in the sous vide thing and cooked. Now, it was really tasty. It was flavorful and moist and everything. But doing anything like that in sous vide, if you don't do any kind of a browning or anything to it afterwards, it definitely needs some dressing up. So, but it was super good. Circus kicked it, and I just banned and removed all the posts. Yeah, I saw that he said, he's like, I can't find the button for that, but it's like, bam! You guys are on top of stuff. I love it. Hey, Snugglebutt. Here, I gotta get this off your... That's your own fur, buddy. He has a big clump of his own fur on his whisker. Good job, dude. All right, anyway. Back to this. We're in the traditions, the myths and legends. I like the idea of calling these the Dragon Scourge blades. Why did that go? What? Oh, that's weird. I'm searching for something on thesaurus.com and it takes me to dictionary.com. No. Wow. Hmm. Search that way. I don't think that would work, but I like it. I don't think that would work. Yes. I'm looking for a word here really quickly. Would try that. Hello, 40 Viking. Hello, Havoc. How y'all doing? I'm getting traffic to other websites. I kind of am. Ooh, pressure just changed. Wow. Make my ears pop. Hey, it's getting slightly sunnier out there. Buddy, I think the storm's passing. Calvino's like, leave me alone. I am in your lap. You can hear that he's snoring? A week is over. Brain can shut off for 3 days. Perfect. Never even left the airport. Now my flight is delayed. Oh, man. I hope you have something to do, Feline. I try to never fly around holidays. You know, those people that always have weird shit happen to them. That's me. Flying for an arbitration case that never took place. Oof. Wow, even worse. All right, sun elves. Elves that inhabit Solinar and rarely leave are colloquially, I can't even speak today. Referred to as sun elves by outsiders. Most have a deep love of a tranquil, contemplative life under the sun. Result have more bronze skin than their moon and wold elf brethren. Stewards of the god Golviel Wood. The High King was always or has always been a sun elf. Hopefully it didn't take place because you got a good settlement. I don't know. All right, moon elves, the great practitioners of magic amongst the elves, as lineage travels widely and have closer ties to Orin and the Auriel than most. They tend to be fairer of skin and slight of build, though no less striking than any other elf. Wood elves are defenders of Goldvale. The wood elves tend to live on the fringes of their land and often range on patrols far outside their borders in pursuit of threats. Elves tend to pursue the life of adventure more than those of the other lineages. Now I want to write more stuff about the Dragon Scourge weapons. Things that the elves made during the War of Scales. Let's see. Something. Where is it? Right. Okay, that's about Dunhafen. Put the Solinor. Let's go back down to the other one of Morgoth. Oops, though. All right, we'll go by 1, 2. Here. It's highlighted something, but where is it? I hate it when it takes me to a page and it doesn't actually highlight the thing. Okay. Okay. Right. Morgoth. He's all snory. Pulse New Moon, Blade of the New Moon. Never seen him. Well, it was during the Godkiller War. Okay. We'll go to it. Boom. All right, I've got a good way to tie this into things. I'm gonna do this, maybe with the gesture. All right, so what I'm writing in here is the Dragon Scourge weapons that were wielded during the War of Scales. One of them was unmade at the conclusion of the conflict as a gesture of goodwill to the dragons, angering a great number of elves who saw such an act as a surrender. The loss of the Great Blade, Pride Slayer, because of what many saw as a performative gesture, is a sore topic amongst the differing houses of elves to this day. Though, in doing so, it ensured the friendship of Viridithra, whose mate had been felled by that very blade. Most elves are not aware what an ally they made with the gesture and what protection it has gained for the remaining Lammas trees. So if you've seen what Effie is doing with the drawing, I got a piece of cat hair in my mouth. Yay. For the Erudia Setting guide, the great dragon Viridithra, she is that dragon that's waking up on the hill surrounding that tree. She's the size of a hill. And she is guarding the giant Lammas tree, one of the last trees from the great wood that used to be everywhere when the gods were, young. I gotta reload my map now because I clicked on things. I hate that. Let me reload the map here quickly. I said, let me load the map quickly. All right. Nope, they didn't notify one party. Olive skin elves, I bet they're not in the Odyssey either. Probably not. Well, the post office failed to deliver the certified letter. Ooh. Wow, that's not good. Anyway, so what I was saying here is this little island here is where one of the great trees, one of the biggest Lammas trees, still sits right. It used to kind of look over the edge of their land and down over the city of Persepe. It's massive. And because Moragath, this black dragon who absolutely hates those trees, he's been trying to destroy them all. And he enlisted the people of Persepe and said, hey, you help me take down this tree, I will make sure the elves are pushed back and you can have all this land. And the people were like, no, the elves are our friends. Why would we? Oh my God, he's destroying our city. And Moragath turned on them and destroyed the entire delta, or the entire mouth of the river in the city, and just laid waste to everything. So their massive city sundered, destroyed, the land destroyed. But Viridithra stopped him from coming into this area because she, not liking the elves, but realizing the trees were, important because she's a green dragon. She pushed him back. And then in here, they destroyed that weapon that killed her mate during the Scaled War a long time ago. And so she decided she'd take up residence there. He's like, okay, you did this amazing thing for me. I will help you. Which is the only reason the Lammas trees have not been destroyed by Moragath, this black dragon menace, this legendary black dragon who lives out here somewhere. The swamp kobolds love him. They love him. All this area, the Rotwash and all these areas, they love him. They've never seen him, but they worship him like a god. It never left the original post office. That seems like a failure of the United States Postal Service. I'm just going to say, seems like they didn't do their job. Oh, more people follow me. I'm currently wearing a Western. Nice. All the above, men aren't trying anymore. The ones who do don't bother with social media. The point of posting about rejection is to have somebody to come in as a white knight and save them. This is mostly a women thing. Wow. Okay. That's this guy says I sent my letter to about 3 or 4 agents. I don't think anyone wants to represent smut meets horror. And of course I admitted the word Ben before querying. So let me just add that unlike a random extra play, I've done multiple revisions on my manuscript to catch amateur mistakes like that. I'm gonna like his response too. That was good. Zany Day. I write dark and gritty rom-coms because someone has to. Okay. Can you guys post links to all these legions of agents who want femqueer biopoc stories only? And here come the people. Now, it's possible that the Zeny die is just literally like help me find an agent. Which, you know, somebody may say, oh, yeah, go check out these people. They refuse me, so but they might like your thing. I love X sometimes because people will do that. They're like, oh my God, I'm going to get so much hate. And people are like, oh, hey, go talk to this person. You know, by the way, you suck. But sure, whatever. But go, you'll find somebody there you like. I had a roommate that loves horror smut. He loved all horror, though. Post office never makes mistakes. Right. I know. I've known too many people who work at the post office who are just like, it doesn't matter what I do. I'm fine. They don't care what I do as long as I put the letters in the slots. Let's see. Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh, interesting. Got it. All right. So my note says that I could have sworn in one of these notes that I had the king of the elf named, but I can't find. Nope. All right. Well, I'll figure it out. That's fine. Oh. I'll find it somewhere. If nothing else, I will write up a new name for him. And if I come across it later in the document, I was like, oh, there it is. His name is Jimbo. Jimbo the elf. Maybe not. Did Havoc, did your roommate read a ton of it or write a ton of it or both? Because I don't know a whole lot of people who read a lot of horror. I know a lot of people who try to write a lot of horror, but they don't even read all that much. They just enjoy watching the movies. I don't know why it translates to them to want to write stories ever, but I don't know. Watched. Oh, all the horror movies. Yeah, yeah. Wait, is horror smut a thing in movies? Okay, getting all kinds of text now. Looking at the sky, I'm like, is it something bad? Something good. Gosh, my brother's just like message. Saw an albino deer out by his house. Okay. Hey, my brother got a gold in the air pistol, silver in archery, fifth in bocce, eighth in air rifle at the National Golden Age Games. Nice. He's a retired Marine, so What the heck is bocce? I thought that was a lawn bowling game. It is. I had no idea that part of the games were that. Okay, that's kind of fun. Percent, I see you said almost 24 hours before it made its move. They're dialing in. They're dialing in. No, boccia. Boccia. It's green in Japanese. You know, I don't like matcha. I don't like tea, but that's not surprising. I've had things with matcha in it, matcha ice cream. I've had like red bean ice cream and all this stuff. And I was like, I do not see the appeal, but you guys knock yourselves out. I drink hot sauce and coffee. Who am I to talk? I eat black licorice, which one of my friends equated to licking roof tiles. Told my wife I was tired and desired a place to nap. She said I could look for an hourly hotel. Kind of man does she think I am? I am not a floozy. Never had matcha. Black licorice. Oh, it's so good. So good. Tea is great, but Japanese flavors are way too subtle. Well, yeah, there's some things that I get what they do with them and I like them, but there's certain sushis, though, that I just cannot stand, like mackerel and really fishy sushis, like sea urchin and things like that. No, thank you. Hey, bud. What's up? You're all of a sudden awake. What happened? What happened? Do you have a bad dream? Do you have a good dream? Pressure change get you? I don't know. What's going on? What's going on, buddy? Hi. I got to move you because you showed signs of life. I got to move you so I can, get some blood back into this leg. All right, there you go. You know, I'm just switching. You know, there you go. You're comfy. Hello, little foot. You little foot. Octopus I like. Squid I like. Eel, not a big fan of, but mackerel and those other sushis like the sea urchin and stuff, it tastes like snot with sand in it. The mackerel was just too fishy for me. And I even like stuff with fish sauce in it, so I don't know, something about mackerel. Something about mackerel. It's a new movie. I was telling Crescent today that I was hankering for clams and or calamari. I got neither. I had pigs in a blanket with chili sauce. So there. Let's see. We're almost out of time here. Oh, by the way, if you guys haven't seen, if you're a Legend Seeker supporter, go check out the announcements because there are another set of playtesting coming, Havoc. I think you were the one who was asking if those were done. The next set of playtests are incoming with, I think, 4 new classes. I think he's got there. It is round 2 of playtester here. If you go look in the Legend Seeker announcements, Warlock, Paladin, Monk, and Ranger. Their dates are posted and scheduled for July. And there's another private long-term playtest you can still join. Hey, buddy. Really fancy sushi place my company went to. I kept going to one point. Had peanut butter and jelly sushi. Avocado, you put it in your mouth and tastes like PB&J. Oh, weird. Oh, you already signed up. Sweet. Peanut butter and jelly sushi. Okay. I'm going to go with that. You just, boom. Signed up for first Wednesday, but available for second Wednesday, Thursday too. Sweet. I'm going to let a whole bunch of other people sign up before I sign up since I'm involved in making it. I want you guys to get in there. I mean, I had a really good time playing. I had a lot of fun. Which I was surprised by because I'm like, well, I know how a bunch of this stuff already works, but I don't know, I had fun playing it. Even when I rolled like Not a good roller. Oh, thanks, buddy. You just took a chunk out of my leg. Huh, I'm bleeding slightly. I thought it was just a light little scratch. It's a little deeper than I thought. Thanks, pal. You added to the crisscrosses on my legs. Anyway, if you're a supporter, get over there, sign up, get in those playtests, get some more feedback for Erudia. It's been really valuable. Like I said, I had a heck of a time playing. I had a lot of fun. I haven't talked to everybody in the long-term playtest, but it sounds like they've been having fun. 4 classes. I ain't going back to school. Can't afford 40 a session yet. Well, all you have to do is stop eating sushi. Oh, wait, no, that was your company took you to. Never mind. Give up air conditioning. I hear that's all the rage now. You save so much money. I could lurk like they do when they have people come by and try stuff. Yeah, I kind of, sort of was lurking in a couple of things where I talked to Erudia. I just lurked in the chat. When I told him I was thinking about just coming in and listening, because at one point he was going to try and have more people run them, and I'm like, I do not know the system well enough to run it yet, because I'm really mostly working on the lore. So I'm intrigued, though. I'm interested. I'm going to put some Neosporin on the hole of my leg here. There we go. Could crash another player. Playtest and ruin Erudia's rolls. Yes. Oh, that was so much fun. I mean, what? I would never do that. I totally did that. And he told me to get the heck out of there. Yes, Rory, that's exactly what you got to do. That's how things work. See, the nice thing about this person who was asking if we can post all the legions of agents who want femqueer BIPOC stories only, it was liking our replies and stuff. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Also love how you kept commenting in our private game chat and he finally kicked me out. Yeah, he finally just said, get out of here. Oops. If I had commented a little less, maybe, you know. All right. Who is this? I don't know who that is. Somebody mentioned that, I don't know who it was. They were mentioning something about soccer. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is it still going on? I'm like, oh, it is still going on. And then now, evidently, it's a big thing for a bunch of people because they have nothing to do in their lives in other countries, I guess. It is on the front page of X. It has all these soccer scores, and it's calling it soccer, which I love. I love it. Count Dankula. God bless America. Standing in front of an American flag and doing all that stuff. Nice. All right. Oh, hey, you human beings here. Before I go, I have a question. I figured out what lowercase h EDS. It's a syndrome with chronic pain. It's got a whole long name. What is? I know what now because people told me what AUDHD is. That's autistic. Whatever it is, autistic version of ADHD. What is AUDHOCD? I'm assuming it's autistic. I'm losing everything, but with OCD attached on it. I'm assuming. It's adult. Why can't I think of it? What is it called? What does ADHD even stand for now? Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder? No. Whatever it is. But anyway, there was somebody with that A little u, capital DHOCD, and I typed it in. I sent this to Crescent too. I typed that into Google or DuckDuckGo or whatever I was using, and it said, including results for AutoCAD. And all the things were AutoCAD. Like, even it couldn't figure out what the heck that one was. Ah. Old man loves the spam. Woohoo! It sure ain't football. That is true. That is true. Yeah, I should have hopped in the VC during the game and just scared the crap out of him. Wah-ha-ha! Signed a disclosure agreement, petition to record the session, and you can watch, listen afterwards if they only agree. That's true. Could do that. Add Urban Dictionary to the search. No, I don't want to add Urban Dictionary because that's going to... I will find things I don't want to find. It just means you report. All right. I got to get out here, everybody. I'm over time. This has been fun. This has been great. Everybody enjoy the 4th of July, Independence Day. It's coming for you. And enjoy your weekend. So I'm going to get out of here, and I will talk to you all later. Don't forget, we have Strange Eons tomorrow night on this channel, where we are going to be doing fun stuff. It's Moss's... Hi, Brow, what? It's Moss's last stream, because he's got work, and he can't keep staying up Friday nights. So he's got to hop on his stream. Come on up, buddy. Okay. So, come and give Moss a wonderful farewell. Okay? So, all right. I'm going to get out of here. I will talk to you all later. OCD! All right. I'm going to talk to you all later. Bye.